As the Clone Wars came to an end, and the Jedi Order was wiped out by the call of Order 66 from the Republic's clone troopers, Palpatine began making massive power moves across the galaxy in order to solidify his stranglehold and to ensure that the memory of the Jedi Order remained scarred and damaged forever. Part of this program included capturing and taking control of old Jedi temples and locations, just like the one on Ilum. After realizing just how important Ilum was, not only in its connection to the Force and the fallen Jedi Order, but also as a location to mine kyber crystals for the Empire's upcoming superweapon, the Death Star, Palpatine acted very quickly, sending his clone troopers there to secure the site immediately after Order 66. While stationed there, however, something strange happened, which caused Palpatine to pull the clone troopers out and replace them with human-born Imperials. So, what caused this? Let's find out. Before we get into it, make sure you're subscribed for more awesome Star Wars lore content. In the days following the end of the Clone Wars and the execution of Order 66, Palpatine immediately began scouring through the old Jedi Temple vault and archives, looking for the locations of old Jedi temples, sacred sites, and historical monuments so that he could wipe them from the face of the galaxy and cut their connection to the light side of the Force off. After Palpatine discovered the true location of Ilum's Jedi Temple and its rich supply of kyber crystals that lined the icy cave systems there, he immediately realized that he had to take action immediately to secure his future plans. After coming to this conclusion, Palpatine rapidly dispatched a very large detachment of the 481st Clone Legion to Ilum with the primary goal of eliminating all Jedi survivors who may be seeking refuge in the temple there. What he didn't tell the troopers of the 481st, however, is that the location held great spiritual importance in the Force and was about to become the site of the Empire's largest strip mining operation to power the upcoming Project Stardust. This trench was also the same one later used to house Starkiller Base by the First Order, because the First Order couldn't come up with any better superweapon. Because Palpatine held absolutely zero trust in the clone army and their loyalty to him, he refused to let them be the ones in charge of guarding Ilum, with its incredible importance to both Sidious's exploration of the Force and the Imperial construction projects which were about to happen there. After realizing that Order 66 actually worked, and could very easily be turned on him if the wrong people found out about it, Palpatine became so terrified and paranoid of the clone troopers turning on him with the help of a surviving Jedi on Ilum that he immediately ripped them off-world and sent them back to their home units, before being dispersed thinly throughout the galaxy. Sidious needed the clones spread thinly so that they couldn't come together to fight against him. So let me know down below, how would you feel about being transferred away from an important military location despite doing a good job and having just literally won the war for the Republic, now Empire? It can't be a nice feeling for the clone brothers. Following the sudden expulsion of the 481st clone troopers from Ilum, Palpatine brought in the newly established Imperial Army with a large mix of infantry, light armor, and engineering units in order to establish a base of operations only a small distance away from the Jedi Temple. In orbit of the planet, the Imperial Navy was also dispatched to begin a watertight blockade so that no surviving Jedi would have any chance of returning to either connect deeply with the Force or to claim new kyber crystals. This was actually incredibly effective, and in the Ahsoka novel, Ahsoka Tano actually traveled to Ilum hoping to claim 2 new kyber crystals for her time as a rebellion leader on a remote farming world. But once she saw the blockade and the absolutely huge strip mining operation going on, she had no choice but to turn back and look elsewhere for her crystals. As the years passed, the small base of operations initially formed by the Imperial Army after the 481st clones were kicked out and expelled transitioned into a full garrison, which expanded all the way into the actual Jedi Temple site. Observation outposts and towers also scattered the planet, desperately trying to stop any stray Jedi from arriving. Terrifyingly, rumors began to form that high-ranking Imperials were sending troublemakers, ineffective officers, and failed Navy captains to Ilum, where they would allow them to freeze to death and dump their bodies. On top of this, the Imperial Army and Navy forces on Ilum were openly hostile to each other, and although they kept their official communication channels open, they never communicated with each other unless absolutely necessary. Yeah, I don't think this would have happened if Palpatine just kept the clone troopers there. So that is the tragic story of the 481st clone troopers who were sent to guard Ilum after Order 66. Thanks so much for watching, really hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers guys, hope to see you in the next one.